I was gone by 8 o'clock. But I slept my 6 hours and I woke up and I was like, no, 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 I don't have to wake up till 4. So I was a little restless after that. I think I was just excited to get going. Yeah, then I woke up about 4 and started getting dressed and getting ready, and then it was time to get breakfast at 5. We had an amazing breakfast. It's really light, but it was good food, and yeah, by the time we were all packed up, the sun was just cresting the mountain, and we got a little bit of a hike in before the sun fully came out, and there was this amazing little lookout spot that we got to see that sunrise from. The morning was also cool because we spent some time walking through what seemed like a rainforest, but not quite, I was told, but similar vibes to me. And then then it was the climb up to the last camp. I bought a beanie, which I'm really excited about because last night I was totally fine, but the skies did clear out, which the stars were beautiful, and even this morning you could see some of the Milky Way. But it was cold, so I took my sleeping bag liner and wrapped it around my head to keep my ears warm because I started sweating because my body was trying to keep my head warm. So I got a beanie from this lady, and yeah, it's probably touristy or whatever. It's blue with llamas and says Cusco, Casco. But I like it, and it's fun because it was the last point on the trail that we'll see people for a while, and right before the biggest, most difficult climb of the whole entire excursion. So yeah, and we took off, and I took off. I was told I could keep going, and so I just kept going and going and going, and here I am. I didn't even realize I had actually made it to the top. Then it was all the way down, lots and lots of stairs. My quads were getting sore towards the end of it, and I came up on the guys, and they were cleaning dishes, and my Spanish is terrible, but after a few attempts I was able to get directed to this site, which is where we're having lunch, and honestly I think we might have the best spot. It's beautiful. I'm sitting over here and I can just see the whole valley, which we're in a valley too. The trek was up, and then False Peak, and then up more, and then just down. And we were following the water, and there was waterfalls, and it was just gorgeous. So let's see, 9:37, I think that's what I said. And we started hiking around 6, and here we are at the lunch spot. So time to rest, wait for the rest of the group to show up, and then we'll have an amazing lunch because this place they feed us too well. These guys work really, really hard. Yeah, they're doing something that, I mean, it just takes guts to walk up that mountain with all the gear that they're carrying. It's very difficult. So I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that I have an amazing team and really new but good friends that are coming down the trail. And I think that's part of what you know, these kind of trips where you suffer together, they build friendships faster than most places. So I'm excited, and I think I'm just gonna enjoy that view that's behind me and sip on some water and eat a little bit of a snack. I have a cool snack. It's from the first day. It's kind of like a granola bar, but it falls apart, so you kind of have to eat it just straight out of the bag. So anyways, talk to you guys probably this evening when we get into our final camp. We got another big climb, but not quite as big, and I think I saw that trail earlier, but you can't see it from here. So hasta luego. Okay, so that was the end of day 2. It was the hardest day, and or projected to be, I guess. I haven't done it yet. And big giant climb, huge descent, not as big, but still large, and back down, and then a little bit of a loop over here to like get back to these campground. But overall, it was an amazing day. I hiked alone until lunch, and I think that's just because I went up and I got to the pass and didn't even realize I was there. I'd heard there was a false peak, and so I like took some pictures and rested, and then I started heading back down knowing I was gonna go up, and well, I just kept going down. So I guess that's how that goes. And after lunch, we took off, and instead of like hiking alone at all, we just hiked as a group today. Learned some cool stuff, and it was still, you know, up and difficult, definitely challenging, lots of stairs. So maybe if I had gotten on that Stairmaster, I would have been doing a little bit better. So we left, got up to the top of the second pass, and there was a point that we could go up even more. It was raining a lot of the day. Kind of joked about clearing up a little bit, but for the most part raining. So ponchos on and just embrace it like normal. And Alice and I decided to climb to the top of the peak that we could at least see, and we followed this little trail, and it was a little sketchy, but way up high, and you could look over the two lakes that we passed on the way up there. And came back down, waited for the group, and then kept going down till we got to our last Inca site, which is a little hard to see, but it's right there. Ta-da! So we got over there, explored the whole thing. We got a lesson on the culture and like a ceremony, and yeah, it was cool because there was this like large rock. It doesn't even look like it was built. It looks like it was just there, and it always has been. And on one side, it's like a dancing man was like smoked into the rock, but nobody really knows. It's just kind of the story. It was also cool because they built all this infrastructure to run water from up top where those lakes were, all the way down and in and through. And there was one room that was used as like kind of like a shower room. So that was really cool. You know, we can see the channels where the water went, but other than that, it's a little hard to know. After that, we just made our descent as a group, and we entered this like rainforest vibe that was been different than the whole other rest of the trip. Just vines everywhere and like water behind the rocks covered in plants. And yeah, that trip was a pretty short, coming from that high place all the way down to where we are camped. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's for dinner. That's been one of the most shocking parts of this whole journey. And for now, I'll just sit here and enjoy the view behind me, and also on that other side. I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, a couple things. That right there is our toilet. It's a cassette toilet, but you got a little privacy. It's kind of nice. Is what it is. And then this is my home. I'm just gonna change the camera. So that's the tent that I'm living in. It's massive. I'm camped by myself because we have an odd number of people, and I'm the odd man out. So that's me. And this is where I'm sleeping tonight.
No more. What? What? There were a lot of young Walters out there.